They are so entitled to what no one else is entitled to, and that is not correct. That is selfishness. That's a lie to yourself. You have to want for yourself what it is that you want for others. You have to make that being what you want for yourself, because we are all one. We are all one from one creator. Where do you think we're heading? To different creators? The devil has made you believe that he does not exist. Therefore, what you do, you are doing. That's what he's made you believe. What you're doing is something that you're doing on your own. Anybody who thinks that they're doing something here, they are sadly mistaken, other than Jalla Jalaluhu. Him and him alone does. We human beings, jinn, we are not able to do anything without his permission. We all know that. But what do we do about it? That's the question. Are we willing to stay in our means, in our state of sin? At what cost? So that we can keep supplying atrocities within ourselves and all over the world? That's the life that we chose. Is that what we see as to our future in the afterlife? That we chose the means of bullying. We chose the means of white supremacy, some identical means of social injustice. Unacceptable is what it is. Instead of us being able to say that we have embraced and adhered to what our Creator has sent us, because no one knows this world, no one knows his creation better than him. Instead of us taking that, we've gone everybody in their own separate directions and then want to turn around and say we know, we love Allah. Muslimin, those who call themselves Muslim, you know why all of this is going on? Is because you have migrated from the Quran. You have left the doctrination that the Prophet ﷺ had, the one that he gave to his companions. Majority of Muslims, not every single one, but majority of people who call themselves Muslims, they will say to you, we're not practicing. Where is it said in the Quran, a non-practicing Muslim? You made that up on your own. The practice that you've been teaching from the academic level, had it been based on the Quran solely, then obviously every student will be completed the Quran in one way, shape or form after 12 years of education. Instead, you won't even do it in 3. You won't even do it in 16. Not even when they get through college can you assure that these students are going to have completed the Quran in one way, shape or form. And then you want to turn around and say that you have Islam. You want to say that you have Islam when you're teaching them all other type of things. They have completed and gone for masters and doctorate in Islamic studies. They've written theses on absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing to be set for an everlasting peace, which is the mission of Al-Islam. It is to give everybody peace, everybody harmony. That's the definition. But instead, you've utilized the same way that IDF and United Snakes and European and all these other places, instead of taking in a dignified manner the Quran, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. You refuse that and you keep going in another direction. Every single moment. لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. You're following people who come together maybe about 5 times a year, and they cannot even get one thing solved. On certain occasions, they come together even more so than that, and they walk away with absolutely nothing. This is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do you have? What is your route? What path are you going to take if you don't take the path of Allah? If you're taking the path of Iblis, that's what you're taking. That's exactly what you're taking. At which point did any Muslim who walks on the faces of the earth here in the Western Hemisphere, can they actually say that they have ever come across another member of their community that said with enthusiasm, when I grow up, I would like to teach Quran. When I grow up, I would like to be in the Quranic environment. When I grow up, I would like to do something with my Quranic capacity. I would like to find my Lord with the Quran. That's all I would like to do. That's what I want to do as I grow up. Very simple. No. Everybody wants to be a doctor, lawyer, scientist, politician. But it's strange because he literally did say, the best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it. So if none of you do it, then who is going to actually be the best of you under those circumstances? And that's something that he himself did. So if you're refusing to do what he did, is it right that you're calling yourself a follower of the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Strangely enough, we have to at least admit, when we hear them say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar before they fire, the only thing that gives us pleasure in our hearts is that they mention Allah, that we hear the mention of Allah's name. This is the only thing. But we don't like any violence to be on anybody. On anybody, we don't like that. Even the soldier, we don't want that. We want the everlasting peace and no justice. There's no peace. Apartheid system is long gone. People are too sophisticated for that. You cannot keep people under occupation and violate their rights and steal their land anymore. Enough is enough. That's number one. But the other thing is that you need to stop lying also, because all these lies, the rape and the butchering the babies, and most of your people at the festival died from friendly fire, and we know that. And now we're knowing that you keep bombing them also, although they are under the tunnels. You don't care about your own citizens. And I told you all in the past to look at Netanyahu, because that man himself, he's a crook. He's a crook, and they know he's a crook, and they're not doing anything about it. And that is absolutely unacceptable. The other thing which is most important is, out of all of the spokespeople, and you have the Israeli spokespeople, I mean, when I look at your faces when you're speaking, unfortunately, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is correct. Whatever it is that you're hiding is going to come out on your face or on your tongue. And you already have also in your own saying, English saying, a picture tells 1,000 words. I look at the faces of your spokesperson, this Hagera, and the other one, I forget. The one that you have IDF spokesperson, and then you have the one that wear the suit and tie. I don't even want to catch all these names, but I mainly follow the military ones. But it doesn't matter which one I'm looking at. It's like I can see you all are not able to sleep at night trying to sell this stuff to the public. It's very visible that you're struggling so hard to make up excuses. And that's part of lying. You're just trying to put lies on top of lies. But guess what? If we accept this, if we have been able to endure all of this, and I mean we've been able to go through all of this in the past, we've been able to support this type of genocide, this type of, incompetence, because again, you were incompetent from the day that the breach took place. Friendly fire, you cannot keep your security, and you had been given a year's worth of notice. You did not take any action. I mean, all of these failures, and now you catch diarrhea in the field. But that's not the point. The point still remains that within all circumstances, you, IDF, and I don't want to say my own name, Israel, because I'm Israel, but IDF, you all have just your faces, This one is saying, I'm trying to make up excuse, and the other one is saying, let me think about, how I can spin this around and get it back to October 7th. October 7th, we know there was friendly fire. We know you're so aggressive. You wanted to take the control. You did not have any patience, so you fired artillery on those villages, your own villages, just like you're bombing and you know you have your people down there. The greed, you need to stop that. That's Iblisi. The arrogance, you need to stop that too. The lying, you have to stop that. Then, we can actually come to a civilized term. But what you've done, you are the aggressor. We hear about the prisoners and what you're doing to the Palestinian prisoners. Okay? We see what it is that you're doing with Gaza. And now you're claiming you're going to use seawater to get into the tunnels. You can't go in the tunnel. Okay, why didn't you keep the ceasefire going? You claimed your aggression, your force is the reason why they release hostages. You immediately kept saying after the ceasefire, it's not a ceasefire, it's a pause, and immediately we're going to go back. So you dictated that. Now, after the days of the end of the ceasefire, how many hostages have you released? You have to accept your incompetence. You have to know when military force is not what is used here. And of course, it's always better not to fight at all. It's always better not to fight at all. I wish one day United States would learn that military force is not the solution anymore. At one point, yes, it was. Now you have to come with the entire truth. Nothing says the truth. Otherwise, the Quranic declaration 2021, 2023 forever is here. And the Jibril, Mikaeli, Azraeli brigade are here. We are not going to allow our nation to continuously be hijacked by a bunch of war criminals and liars, and people used to be afraid to confront hypocrisy. Not anymore. Bigotry, same thing. We will confront all of that, and we're not searching for anything from anyone. This is not our job. Our job is to convey the entire truth, and that is suffice. That is it. These Muslimin that are being summoned, they're being summoned from all over the world. The People Republic of the Shahada have extremely credible report, that definitely you're going to get fighters from every direction, every corner of the world, because Islam has reached every corner of the world. Yes, we have our brothers in the resistance from everywhere in the world. Everywhere mystical, spiritual division is there. The Quran is there. And definitely, without a doubt, this is a spiritual warfare more so than even the intellectual side of it. You cannot win this one. You are wrong. You are dead wrong. And I don't want to say Israel because I am Muhammad Israel with my 12 children, but that's not even the point. The point still remains that IDF has to pull out and accept their defeat under these circumstances. Or not even, save face, IDF. IDF, save face, just pull out. Pull out, it's okay. It's okay. They're going to release the remaining hostages. You're going to release all for all. And that's it. You can still save face. You can still survive this. But if you go any further, we urge you, for whatever it is that the world has left humanity, whatever is left in this entire world of humanity, whether it is on earth or whether it is in the sea or it is in the air or it is in the universe beyond that, stop bombing and the aggression before you are done. God himself, the Creator himself, will not allow this to continue. You have to stop. Everyone knows that you're wrong. Even you yourself know the bombing of journalists and their families. What is it? Hamas, the resistance is everywhere. So now you have to make sure you take it out with force so you can survive. But mind you, even if you survive 1,000 years, you will have to go back to your Creator and our Creator. You will have to go back to the one who created us all. We pray for the martyrs, and we feel bad for those who are destined for the ditches of the hellfire. We have to have fear for the afterlife and what is designed for those who do not comply with the order of God. We have to be faithful and hopeful in that in which He promises and abide by that in which He promises. But otherwise, we do not have anything here. God bless all of those who are searching for the truth, and those who are female and they say their shahada, try to cover your head and pray when you're praying. Those who are searching for the truth and they're willing to pay the ultimate price, let us all say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. We bear witness there's only one Lord and Creator worthy of serving, and that is Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. And let us say that we are only committed to Him and Him alone. Let us seek in Him alone. Let us know that what He has, what is with Him, is better than all that we know on this earth that exists. So we have given ourselves entirely to Him, and we are willing to abide by the example and the order that He sent to Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, which is the Quran. And this, indeed, for sure will be the end to all atrocities in the world. The world will be a just place. The world will become a place of peace and unity, because we are all one family. We all come from Adam and Eve. And that's what we have to say. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh from the Attaché Boise Report Global. Wassalam.